On April 23, U.S. President Donald Trump stated that the United States is not in a hurry to end the war with Iran. However, he emphasized that Washington is continuously pressuring Tehran and now wants to see sincerity and a genuine willingness from Iran to make a deal. At the same time, Trump announced that the U.S. military is deploying more troops and weapons to the Middle East. 3 U.S. warships are already in the region, awaiting redeployment: the USS Aramco in the Red Sea, the USS Ortord in the Sea of Oman, and the USS Indvis, which has been ordered to the Arabian Sea. In addition, a large aircraft carrier, the USS Tripoli, has arrived. According to observers, this buildup all but confirms that the U.S. has plans for further attacks on Iran. Trump noted that he does not appear to be in a hurry to end the war because Iran is also in no rush, despite his stated desire for a deal. Based on the current situation inside Iran's leadership, Trump described the Islamic Republic as being in chaos, with factions fighting like animals, a phrase he used to compare them to cats and dogs. According to Trump, they are not getting along and are falling apart, adding that the Islamic Republic does not know who the real boss is. As reported by CNN on April 24th and the Associated Press, Trump is pressuring Iran to enter negotiations, but is sending a vague message that the U.S. is ready to negotiate in good faith, or perhaps playing a game to keep Iran waiting for U.S. intervention. On April 23rd, Trump announced he wanted to open negotiations within 2 or 3 days, calling it an opportunity for Iran. But the very next day, he said he was in no hurry to end the war. Observers believe this is Trump's way of saying that if Iran does not agree to end the war quickly, it must accept U.S. conditions as the U.S. continues military pressure. Last week, the U.S. proposed holding negotiations on Iranian territory, but Iran ultimately refused to send a delegation, stating that talks are meaningless as long as the U.S. blocks the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's lead negotiator, the Speaker of Parliament, and Foreign Minister Araghchi both stated that negotiations can only be based on honesty and are currently impossible under U.S. pressure. Still, Araghchi believes dialogue is better than violence. Trump has agreed to continue the ceasefire with Iran but has not specified when it will end, saying that depends on how he sees fit to respond. He insists he must first examine the will of the Iranian people before deciding whether to open a war. At the same time, Trump has spoken about the possibility of using nuclear weapons against Iran, though he stated that the U.S. does not use such weapons only in conflict with Iran. He believes Israel does not need to use them either. Nuclear weapons, the most deadly in the world, have only been used once, at the end of World War II, in 1945, when the U.S. bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. Trump reportedly sees his war with Iran as potentially seizing weapons of mass destruction if the conflict intensifies. The U.S. Air Force, in cooperation with Israel, has attacked Iran, and Iran remains capable of launching missiles across the Middle East. Trump also ordered surveillance planes to fly over the Middle East, especially Iran, to detect nuclear warheads. These planes reportedly flew for a full day over the Mediterranean Sea and Iranian airspace. Observers noted that if Iran possessed a nuclear warhead, it would likely have used it to launch a missile at Israel. However, it is believed that Iran does not have a single nuclear warhead. Iran has tried 4 years to produce one, but has not succeeded due to U.S., Israeli, and other countries' opposition. Iran has continued secretly enriching uranium, but its main uranium enrichment plant, a key component for a nuclear warhead, was hit by a U.S. B-2 bomber during a 12-day war with Israel in June 2025. Even as Trump declares the U.S. is in no hurry to start a war, he has issued a new order giving the U.S. Navy the right to fire on any Iranian fast boat or ship in the Strait of Hormuz. Trump announced that the destruction of Iranian fast boats is now justified because Iran is redeploying missiles in the strait and has laid sea mines, which the U.S. strongly opposes. He stated that, while it is Iran's duty to remove the mines, the U.S. will not allow it. Trump said the U.S. Navy is closely monitoring all warship and merchant ship activities in the Gulf. Meanwhile, Israel and its Prime Minister, along with Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, are waiting for a green light from the U.S. to act against Iran. The Israeli defense minister has warned that if Israel moves, it will plunge Iran into its darkest hour. Everything is ready, including armed fighter jets. The only thing missing is the timing and U.S. confirmation to strike. Israel has been prohibited from using missiles against many targets, but the defense minister confirmed that, this time, strikes would target critical locations such as Iranian power plants and the bridge connecting the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. According to Iran's state news agency, IRNA, Iran has ordered that it is not afraid to defend its territory. If the U.S. wants to launch a war at any time, Iran is ready. Most of these claims come from top IRGC generals who are seen as having influence over President Masoud Pezeshkian's government. Any agreement with the U.S. depends not on Foreign Minister Araghchi or the Speaker of Parliament, but on the IRGC generals. Iran's leadership no longer depends on the leader of the Islamic Revolution, who is now a figurehead due to serious illness. Some sources say he is incapable of leading the country after his health deteriorated following a U.S. bombing on February 28. That killed his father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the former supreme leader. Legal experts note that the current leader was appointed by his father. But now that he cannot lead, everything has fallen into the hands of IRGC generals. The war is no longer directed by President Pezeshkian's government. It depends on the top generals. Donald Trump confirmed today, according to Syrian news agency reports, that he sees the leadership of the Islamic Republic as confused. With no one knowing who is making the real decisions, Trump added that the leadership is divided and fighting like animals right now.